Okay, this is next up on the Institute. This is number 5 and 6 of our multiple choice. These are really just using Ohm's law, basic ideas, that type of stuff. So in the four circuits displayed below, the resistance is R is 5 and voltage is 10 volts. Which circuit would have the greatest current flowing through the resistor? So if you think about it, we know that resistance is equal to voltage over current. So if I was to replace this, just flip those, that means current is going to be equal to voltage over resistance. So I would want the largest voltage, but I would actually want the smallest resistance. So that's going to get rid of these. I don't want the 2, and I want the largest here. So it looks like this has the largest. So if you think about it, the current in this one would be 2 times 10, so that'd be 20 volts. And it's over 5 ohms. 20 over 5 happens to be 4 amps. And if we just do another example, for example, if I did B here, it's going to be 10 over 10, which would just be 1 amp. So that's definitely better. So it looks like circuit C. Then I come down here to which one has the greatest power dissipated by the resistor. For this one, I'm going to have to kind of think. There's 2 different ways to do this, but probably the easiest is if I go to power is equal to the current squared times the resistance. We could do it this way. Since this has 4 amps and the resistance is 5 ohms, I can look at that. So that's going to be 16 multiplied by 5. And when I take 16 multiplied by 5, I get 80 watts here. So that's one way to kind of think of it. But if I do that, I kind of have to think about everything. So it's kind of a hard one because what we have is we have varying resistance and we have varying voltage. So it might be better to look at not this version, but the fact that power is V squared over R when I'm actually trying to find it, because power was equal to voltage times current, and if current is equal to V over R, then that gives me 2. So here, if I want a large power, I actually want my voltage to be high and I want my resistance to be small. Hey, that sounded familiar. I wanted my voltage to be high, my resistance to be small for the current. I want the same thing for my power. So it sounds like C is probably going to be my best bet anyway. But that's just a quicker way to kind of go about it. Just a couple of questions are over the previous stuff. Just wanted to throw them in there so that you kept up on that stuff. Hope this helped.